Hello, everyone. This is Mike at VGV for you. Welcome back to our next Let's Play. This time of Gone Home, the console edition. I've been wanting to play this for the longest time now. When it was on PC, I was ecstatic when they said it was coming to consoles. Um, I figured I'd switch it up to a shorter game. This time I can get it done in, 2 or 3, maybe 4 1-hour sessions. I don't have to do the long plays like I did with the State of Decay. So let's get this started. Walking. Really, that's. What is it loading? I really hope it's not loading the game with commentary. I mean, that'd be interesting, but not for my first time. And did it lock up on me? Oh no, I think it is. No.
Hi, Mom. So I got my ticket home from Europe. I get back on June 6th, but it's a really late flight because that was the cheapest, so it gets in at midnight. But don't worry, I'll get a shuttle from the airport so you don't have.
All right, we are quitting this. Okay, sorry about that. Options. I could have sworn I picked up. Yeah, see, I'm obviously not clear on. Ooh, we're gonna change it to 90. That was weird. My apologies. Look sensitivity, toggle, invert, sound. Label. Head reticle. Okay, we're gonna try this again, shall we? How did I know the purple? I thought the white was. Okay. Yeah, I'm an idiot. Start. Here we go.
Hi, Mom. So I got my ticket home from Europe. I get back on June 6th, but it's a really late flight because that was the cheapest, so it gets in at midnight. But don't worry, I'll get a shuttle from the airport so you don't have to pick me up. Like, really seriously, you don't have to. Okay, so love you. See you soon. Bye.
Apparently, this is a game that you love or hate. It's pretty divisive. June 7th, 1995, 1:15 a.m. Oh, stir. Man, this is really dark. Let's see if hopefully this one notch makes. Man, that is. Kitty, I'm sorry I can't be there to see you. I can't be there to see you, but it isn't impossible. Please, please, don't go digging around, trying to find out where I am. I don't want anyone to know. We'll see each other again someday. Don't be worried, I love you. Did I say Sam? Yeah. I didn't realize I can get that close. See what the controls are, real quick. Unless they don't show you what the controls are. No, they don't. Oh, controls. No, they still don't. Closer look. Oh, here we go. Crouch. Check map. That's all. Journal. Yeah, unfortunately, I have this DLP TV, so when I have light, usually it's not an issue, because, you know, I've done a couple of streams now. And it's not been an issue. But at least in this porch, maybe it's just a horrible lighting. Can I jump? What about finding a key underneath the mat? Okay. Just gonna bump this up just actually a lot more so I can see more comfortably, at least while I'm out in this poorly lit porch. Ah. There we go. Look at that. That's all I wanted to check your backpack. L1, not R1. Okay. Let's turn this down a few notches. I don't know why this makes it the lowest setting as default. Unlocked. Whoa, this is...
Dear Katie, so much has changed, even just since you've been away. We moved into this house. I'm at a new school, and my big sister being gone for a year doesn't make it any easier. It doesn't feel real, but I'm not gonna let it faze me. I used to tell you everything, and if I can't do it in person, because you're off gallivanting around who knows where, I'll tell it to this journal, just like I was talking to you.
You guessing Sam is her sister? Otherwise, why would she recognize that the name is Sam instead of her mother?
Sam. Sam. Hello? Sam! Sam, where are you? Really? I need to talk to you. Please be there.
Hi, Mom. So I got my ticket home from Europe. I get back on June 6th, but it's a really late flight because that was the cheapest, so it gets in at midnight. But don't worry, I'll get a shuttle from the airport so you don't have to pick me up. Like, really seriously, you don't have to. Okay, so, love you. See you soon. Bye.
What the hell is that tapping? So I'm curious to who Sam is. Is that your sister? Maybe her girlfriend? I mean, in this day and age. Ugh, can't zoom in. Sam Daniel from the old neighborhood called. Or Sam can be a guy. He wants to come see the new house. Call him back. Or no, Sam. Okay. What is that? Mom, Daniel's a total weird. No, yeah. I'm thinking Sam is a girl. The only reason I ever living out with him in the first place is he had a Nintendo when we were little. Hanging out? I don't know. I can't read that word. Reading is hard. Okay. Turn the light switch? I'm gonna turn the lights on everywhere I go. This helps me. Helps you. I'm assuming it helps you. Hopefully it doesn't make everything all washed out. I'll have to review this first one. First, let's play. Dear Jan, it's so good to hear from you again. Why does everything have to be in cursive? All this new house business sounds like quite the adventure. Remember the little dorm room you shared freshman year? I don't think there's supposed to be a comma there. When we were miserable, fantasizing about our dream homes, I always said I wanted a mansion. You said you just wanted a house in the woods. Look who got both. Somebody up there likes you. I can use some of that magic. Send me some lotto numbers, I'll play them. Seriously. But I shouldn't be complaining about this good old split level we've had since Bob got transferred to Winnipeg. We just got new vinyl siding. Jealous yet? Let me know if you ever want to trade places. So how are the girls doing? Has Katie left on her big Europe adventure yet? Speaking of jealous, Right back soon. I miss you, roommate Carol. Okay. I swear I'm not illiterate. The screen's just a bit on the blurry side for me. I'm hopefully recuperating from an eye infection or pink eye or whatever. Even on their meds, it got worse. And so the vision in my one eye is a bit blurry than it should be. Blurrier. But I still wanted to play and do another Let's Play because I love it. And I love doing it for you guys. Let's see. Nothing in the closet. Okay, so Sam is definitely probably her sister. I don't know why she was calling and crying. And it's locked, of course. This is like a miniature Resident Evil house, it reminds me. I mean, that's at least what I was reminded of when I first got in here. With hallways on top of it. Welcome, new student. We hope you're excited about your first day at Goodfellow High School as we are. Please be sure to bring the following with you in your first day of class so that you can get right into the swing of things. Please remember to get plenty of blah 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 blah. Please remember to get plenty of sleep the night before. Be ready for the first bell to ring at 8 a.m. See you soon. And again, welcome.
Oh my god. You are so lucky you finished high school before we moved into this house. So, it's the first day of school. And there I am, introducing myself to the class. And I say that I just moved into the house on Arbor Hill. All of a sudden, every kid in the room turns and just stares like I suddenly transformed into a mutant. I just stood there, wishing pretty hard for a rewind button. Because now maybe nobody knows my name, but they all know who I am. The Psycho House girl. Great.
That's interesting. There seemed to be some kind of, I don't know. Definitely know that there's a mystery element. Well, that's cool. Is that her? Is that Sam or is that me? I don't know who that is supposed to be.
Residents are strongly urged to stay indoors and secure all windows and doors. What conditions are expected at lower elevation?
Man, I can't see anything. Much better. I don't know if that's intentional or if that's just my TV. I'm thinking this is at least partially intentional. Huh. I'm not going to read that whole thing because it looks like handwriting again. Not cursive, but... So there's issues with the wiring. The power. And this is a haunted house. That's pretty cool. I like how they bring that up in these little subtle ways. The psycho house. The issues with the wiring. Examine paper. Pioneer CDO. Combination laser disc. Laser disc. Sounds like it's a review. Of course, there's nothing better to have in a haunted house than a thunderstorm. But she got done with high school. And then I guess went backpacking and traveling in Europe, around the world. Do better. Let's see, is there any combination? What? Let's try 19, is that 1763 or 1963? And these noises are kind of freaking me out. Like I said, that didn't work. Like I said in my first impressions of Resident Evil 7, it's usually the unknown that at least gets to me. Okay. The jump scares, they rarely get to me. It's the ambiance and the sound effects and which I really appreciate. I guess it depends on how immersed I get into a game world. Dear Terrence, David asked me to write to you regarding the reviews you've been submitting the last few months. Frankly, they're becoming more trouble than they're worth from the editing standpoint. There's a word limit. It's your job to stay under it. That lightning's got just a weird base to it. Anyways, there's a word limit. It's your job to stay under it, not mine to cut back to it. Even then, it's becoming harder and harder to weed out the tangents and non sequiturs from the usable copy without heavy rewrites. The reader of the home theater aficionado want to hear about the quality and value of the hardware, not ruminations on your childhood. If it were up to me, I wouldn't be writing this letter. I'd just be cutting you loose. Ooh. There's tons of guys half your age who would take half your rate to write stuff I can actually use. But David's known you for a long time, and he's the boss, so I'm giving you one more shot on his say-so. You should write him a nice note, thanking him for his patience and generosity. Look through your old stuff and start submitting reviews like that again. And everybody will be happy. Brent Cutworth, douchebag, review editor, Home theater aficionado magazine. Kind of hoping to find some kind of combination. Dad's office, library. There's no jump button. Did I miss something? There's going to be a lot of me just me looking around. And this guy's pretty obsessed with JFK. Conspiracy theories. Maybe it's not a haunted house. Maybe it's an alien. Like, just this is a house where aliens come and abduct whoever lives here.
This is a severe weather warning. The Northwest Weather Service reports high winds and torrential rain conditions affecting the following counties: Washington and Wistaria counties. Residents are strongly urged to stay indoors and secure all windows and doors. Flood conditions are expected at lower elevations.
I'm gonna turn you off.
You know that feeling where the first moment you see someone, it's like they have a big gold star around them, and you have to get to know them? Well, there's this girl. I think she's a senior. She's usually dressed kind of punk, but sometimes I see her in this, like, army uniform. She's always drawing in this notebook, looking so intense. I had no idea how I would ever, like, have an excuse to talk to her. Till I noticed she and her friends hang out and play Street Fighter at the 7-Eleven every day after school.
Hell yeah. Hopefully this isn't a copyright song. Watch my channel gets flagged. I'm gonna leave that music on to see how long it stays on, if it stays on entirely. Or something creepy plays over it. But this game definitely knows how to tickle the nostalgia feels with Poltergeist book, huh? Go into the 90s VHS tapes and it's bothering me. I want to find that combination. That does not sound like normal thunder. I'm kind of hungry. It's nice to see they don't use the coasters. Look, there's a ring. There's Okay. Heaven at the Edge of the World? Samantha Greenbrier. The Turtle People Part 1. Captain Allegra looked off at the ocean and went on forever, so it seemed. Someday she would find the edge and get to the paradise there. Then she heard a cannon fire. Boom! It was the black pirate ship. She yelled, "I thought we lost them at Horse Island. The first mate said, "Looks like you thought too soon." And the black ship came up along the side. Captain Black himself came out on the deck of the black ship. He yelled to Captain Allegra, "You're never gonna find the edge. There ain't no paradise, and your father were a liar." Captain Allegra yelled back, "Then why do you keep following us, you imbecile?" The first mate yelled out, "We'll stop you, Captain Black. We'll find the edge of the world, and you'll see her father was no liar." The battle kept on going until Captain Allegra's ship got away. "Now west," she said, and the ship sailed towards the sunset. That's quite the story for a second grader. Crumpled note. Oh, this is like this note in class. I'm Tommy. I'm at the back. I can't. Hope you get this one right back. Since you're new here, you can use a friend. Probably something you don't, blah, blah, blah. No, I don't mind. What did you want to ask? Was it just your uncle who went, oh. Or did. So our uncle went psycho. Why would you live here? I couldn't continue, like, you know, if I lived at home and my uncle or any family member wasn't psycho, and I'm assuming they did something psychotic. Otherwise, why would they be defined or labeled as a psycho? What? I cannot live there any longer. Wait, my set? take the look at her name. No, Caitlin. Grab bottle. Start drinking. Well, that's sad. Seems like the father was a struggling writer, struggling actor. Maybe dipped into the bottle here and there. Can't say I blame him. Okay, we're gonna... So many old sold copies. Samantha, please give this to your mother. Janice, thanks for having Danny over to your new home. He has missed having his friend Samantha in the neighborhood very much. Danny asked if he could lend Samantha his Nintendo Street Fighting tape. And I gave my permission. He needs to spend less time with those games anyways. Nintendo Street Fighting tape? It's probably a cartridge. No hurry returning it. Let Samantha know that she is welcome back to our house to visit anytime.
When you live in one place your whole life, your next door neighbor is kind of like your default friend. And Daniel only got weirder over the years. So moving away has been a good excuse to, like, not see him anymore. But he did always have the good Nintendo games. Maybe I'll give him a call.
Without you, running hard on nothing else do for me, and nothing else do for me. You got me
Okay. Katie, please tell Mom and Dad sorry about the stuff that's missing. So what, was she stealing stuff? Hi, Lonnie. So if you wanted to come over to my house still this afternoon, that would be cool. I can drive. It's kind of far, but I can drive you home too, so hopefully that's fine. Right back and leave this in my locker if you still want, and we can meet in the parking lot after 6. Samantha, yeah, I am totally in. See you there. Then I'm gonna kick your butt and get ready.
So you know what they say about the best laid plans of mice and men? Yeah, turns out it applies to Street Fighter too. At least I worked up the courage to walk into the 7-Eleven and ask for a turn, but all that practice at home did not exactly translate in the wild. So after I was finished getting my butt kicked, I followed them outside while they smoked. And that was when she asked me if I was that psycho house girl. But then she said she's always really wanted to see the psycho house. Her name is Lonnie. She's coming over tomorrow.
I have to keep on reminding myself that this voice is not like an inner monologue of Katie, but instead it's Samantha. Okay, so that was a short tape. Okay, so I think I've explored just about everything on the first floor. Control burn. What is that? Like, sounds like something's trying to open a door or scratching at a wall. So her mom was in the newspaper. I'm not going to end up reading everything or a lot of it. I mean, if it's... a lot of it seems like fluff, I guess. Maybe just add to the immersion.
It's weird hanging out with girls. Daniel was around ever since I was little, and other girls? I don't know. But being around Lonnie is like instantly just right. I gave her the grand Psycho House tour and took my revenge on Super Nintendo. And it was like, I don't know, I finally found someone I feel normal around. I drove her home and she gave me this tape and said, "You have got to listen to this." I haven't stopped playing it since.
Wait, is that is that a... You know, let's see if we can put this cassette tape in the player downstairs. Oh wait. It's empty. For Sam. I wish I can keep it open. Is there any way I can manipulate it? Maybe that's the tape in that we put in earlier. Take a look here. Sam, stop leaving every damn light on. Why is it every time I try to read something and there's rattling? Sternly worded letter. To whom it may concern, I, Samantha Greenbrier, am 17 years old and am therefore an independent, fully functional human being. The fact that you still forbid me from going into the city on my own is frankly absurd. Compare with Katie, who is only 3 years older than me, and yet you all allowed her to go all the way across the ocean to another continent on her own. I just want to spend an evening in a normal, totally safe city on my own, like a human being. And since you may also remember that I have my own car now, you can't really stop me. Warmest regards, your daughter, Samantha. Can we rotate that at all? No, we can't. Okay. Oh man, I can never do these. I imagine that works for people that can do them. For a cartridge. Nice. And I knew it was a Super Nintendo. You have a locker in your own bedroom. Is this the only light in your room? No. I mean, she's a conspiracy theorist too. Try 1017. Didn't think it was going to be that easy. Huh. Should continue this when she's older. Captain Allegra, still in her flowing skirt and sturdy jerkin, descended the single shining thread into the lower cavern of the labyrinth. She and the first mate, on their own now, grew closer to their goal, the throne room of the dead immortal king of the island. The first mate slid down the line into the stone floor. She swept chalky bone dust from the front of her canvas trousers and looked up at Allegra. A silken thread, nigh unbreakable, thanks to enchanted moths that inhabited the island, trailed behind, leading their way back to the entrance from further into the labyrinth. A moaning began to echo. The moaning grew louder and clearer. It turned into words from some ancient language they could not understand. The king's cursed voice. The hairs on Captain Allegra's arm stood on end. She looked back at the first mate, whose eyes remained locked on the blackness of the passage for a moment too long before noticing the captain's gaze. First mate nodded silently ahead. Following the king's ghostly song deeper and deeper into the labyrinth, they came upon the rocky gap, spilling forth otherworldly blue light. The great basin of the dead king's throne room lay below, skeletal and rotted robes. Skeletal and rotted robes, the king was hunched over the blue orb, topping his royal scepter. Shadows of his bony fingers danced on the walls like pools. As he sang, wailing souls flowed in one by one, through the cracks in the cave walls, pulled into the orb, causing it to glow brighter and brighter. Behind the king, a long staircase hewn from rock led down into the chamber from a passage at the top. Allegra said, "We have the advantage in numbers. I will draw his attention, and then you..." But the first mate interrupted. "No, I am smaller and quicker. And you know of dealing with mystic energies like these. I will circle to the other side, get the king's attention, and lead him on a merry chase." She held up the silk line, all traced by this invincible thread, of course. Allegra said, "It is a good plan, but perhaps we should go together." The first mate shook her head. "You know this is the best chance. Don't be afraid for me." They grasped hands and exchanged 3 tight squeezes, their palms growing warm. The first mate tied the shining thread to the belt of her trousers, gave a quick salute and a wink, and dashed off. Allegra waited, staring vigilantly across at the top of the stairs where the first mate was to appear. The king continued his wait. No! No! The singing stopped. The king turned and began walking up the stairs. Allegra wanted to call out, to do anything to stop the first mate from running headfirst into danger. She tried tugging the line to signal her, no use. The king was nearly at the top of the stairs when the first mate burst through the passageway. She skidded to a stop, even across the yawning basin. Allegra could see the first mate's eyes grow wide. She turned and ran. Summoning his undead power, the king left the ground, levitating, gliding behind her with distressing speed. From the dank passage, much too far away, Allegra heard the first mate scream. She was already running towards the sound. The line in Allegra's hand went taut, then shuddered. It fell slack to the stone floor. As Allegra ran, she was gathering line. Twisted around her arm, she came to its end. The unbreakable thread dangled limply, its end shredded and frayed in her hand. She tossed it to the ground and ran. It's pretty twisted. Holy Bible. That is awesome.
We're so cool, yeah, yeah. Yeah, we're so cool. We're so cool, yeah, yeah. Fuck you too, cool.
Man, I really hope I find these combinations, because that is going to bug me. That's the second combination that I couldn't find. Pulp Fiction. Lonnie rules. I think somebody had a crush. Good for her. Guess this one's broken. Okay. Why is there blood? Well, it's a good sign that something bad happened here. Alright, so that was my timer. It's been about an hour. And I think, let's see, I don't know if this is going to make a difference. I don't know how this game saves anything. But the parents' bedroom looks like a good enough spot to end. Anyways, the sound effects, like the balance is weird. Or the mixing, or... Okay, anyways, thank you everyone for watching. I hope you had, you enjoyed this episode. I definitely enjoyed playing it. Wait for the thunder, because I don't know if that's going to drown out my voice. But, definitely going to be back soon. If you liked what you saw, definitely hit the like button. If you didn't like it, hit the don't like button. Let me know what I can improve. Yeah, that's kind of creepy. Okay, but thank you. Hit the subscribe button for more videos, and we'll check you guys out at the next one.